And as long as I'm still breathing, I'll be right there by his side. It's time to use the power that brought us here in the first place. Are you guys ready? Because we're gonna do this even if you're not. He's got the card.
Okay, I'm with ya.
That's more like it. This battle has only just begun.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How is everyone doing? Okay. Just waiting right now for the show to actually start. This looks to be very, very interesting. This definitely looks to be interesting because it's a lot of stuff that's riding on this show from PlayStation, and a lot of people are, I don't know how to say, they are, I guess, they're looking for a lot of information. And one of those things that I fear, that I realize that, is that people are looking for information that wrong thing. People are looking for information from Sony where it's just, they're looking for information that I don't think that they're really gonna get. And that's the thing. They're looking for to be let all the secrets in. What I've been noticing with like game journalism is that instead of going and finding the secrets, instead of going and trying to learn about stuff, they want press release. Now, part of that is because, well, a lot of the game journalists are people like me that sit behind a computer and read articles all day, or try to hear whispers or take sources from other people that are just as informed as they are. And it's quite telling where, well, Sony hasn't hit a press conference. Sony doesn't tell this. Like, Sony isn't a company that gives a lot of information. You're okay with Nintendo doing it, but not okay with Sony. Yet the company that gives you the most information lies to you and set unrealistic dates. It's just weird. And I know I've actually had conversations about it. I know I just did a rant about it the other day, but what, like, has Microsoft really broken you guys? And this is not on some console war type stuff, because it's not one anymore. They hype you up and feed you just pretty little lies and just tell you, hey, no, this is just a pretty, you should wait for E3. Now wait for Tokyo Game Show. It's like, y'all getting y'all news off of Twitter, the most reliable source in the world for news. Yeah, I know. But it's just like, it's weird, dog. It's weird, the expectation that y'all have for some of these companies. Oh, they can't, the remake thing. They can't do a remake. Why are they doing a remake? The same studio that's working on the game is not working on the remake, or the same people aren't. It's not that they're pushing games back to work on remakes. You guys know that, right? Like, seriously. And then this whole lie that Sony doesn't have any games. They have plenty of games. It's just that you guys forget the development cycle for a lot of games are 3 to 5 years now, right? Right? And the games they have working on studios, like Spider-Man 2 came out this generation. God of War Ragnarok came out this generation. Hell, even Miles Morales came out this generation. Horizon Forbidden West came out this generation. These are the first party game studios that we know Sony has released this generation. I don't get it. You guys do realize that games was not as, simplified as they were, or as simple to construct as they were with like PS1, right? I know we've had 30 years of game development, and some of the techniques that they used back then can turn out a game in a year or two are different from the games we have now. Even still, I was around then. I saw the talk about how Infamous 2 is not going to be that different from Infamous 1, and they turned around in a year or so. I was around that. I saw the conversations about people talking about this game not too much different from its predecessor. But you want to do that same turnaround of 1 to 2 years, but not rely on the same old systems. Tell me where it's different. Tell me what you want. It's one of those things that gamers, I'm sad to say that I'm one of them, but you guys just make me sad, man. Y'all want everything for free, but don't want to pay the cost of quality. And it's like, this is why Game Pass is so announced. It's so like out there. So, what's the word? So pushed, when people like me or influencers don't have to pay for it, or they push it because of value. But the whole thing is, there should be a quality to games. And I'm not even gonna say it started with Xbox. I'm not gonna say it started with Xbox. It started with Steam. You know how many crap games are out there that people just got accepted playing because, ooh, it's cheap, ooh, it's free, ooh, it's on sale, when it wasn't up to quality. And now we have people that's just falling for the slop. We used to have people that used to complain about the slop, like Total Biscuit. People like Yahtzee Croshaw. These people used to complain about the slop. And instead of complaining about the slop, the most prominent people that do video game critiques, oh, it's woke. It's got this black person in it. It's got this woman in it. Versus the slop that they try to feed you. I don't get it, man. Whatever happened to wanting quality in your games? Whatever happened to, and then the craziest thing that I see is the PS5 Pro debate. Now, is it expensive? Yeah, it's $700. It is $700. About $200 to $300 that we've paid for most consoles. For real. I bought two PS4s. I bought a PS3. And before then, I was, my PS2, when did that come out? It had been, I was still living with my parents. As a matter of fact, yeah, because I think that was like 18 when that happened, when that popped off. That was 3 generations ago. Yeah, I was still living with my parents. I was less than, when did the PS2 come out? Yeah, I was 18. I was in 18 because that was 2000. And it's just weird, man. Y'all, like, for real, y'all, like, some of this stuff was just like, the whole PS5 Pro debate, it's just weird, man. I bought their launch model PS5. That was $400 without a disc. I could have paid the extra $100 for this model, which would have been $500. but I spent the extra $100 buying a memory, nah, a SSD drive, a memory stick. Here I am calling it a memory stick. Stop with the fake outrage. Please stop. Because it's nothing but for people just getting clicks. And you know, you can always tell who are the people that's doing it for clicks and then the people who are literally doing it like, okay, let's evaluate what's going on. Because the people that was doing it for clicks and outrage, they put their videos out the first 2 days. Oh, this is expensive. This is too much. But the people that started looking at the hard drive or the specs of the hardware, excuse me, it was like, yeah, it's a lot, but what you getting? 2 terabits of memory, which in and of itself, when it first launched, would have been like $200 or $300. Now it's down to about $100. Y'all complaining about that? For real? Just say it's expensive and you don't think you can afford it. This whole thing with gamers thinking that, oh, I need to make sure that I have the bestest hardware for the cheapest price. No, dog, that's not how things work. There is a cost to everything. And if that's outside your reach, cool. Say it's outside your reach, but don't play like, oh yeah, no, it's too much. Nobody should buy it. Dude, I'm thinking of a way of actually getting it. Am I going to sell my PS5 that I already got? Probably not. But I'm thinking about a way of getting it. If I have to wait for a year, I have to wait for a year. But that's the thing. I still got a PS5. It just amazes me to see people that say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put together a PS5 killer for $700," and they get used parts. They getting stuff that don't work to put together, and when they do, it's not $700. It's not a PS5 killer for $700, and they know it, and they plan you. They're telling you, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna build a PC for the same as a same cost as a PlayStation 5." This PC I got old. It's an i7. It came with eight eight GBs of storage, and it had a disk drive in it. You know, this thing used cost me $200. No graphics cards, no upgrades to any of the stuff that I would need to actually make it a real powerhouse of a PC. Nothing. It cost me $200. And you think that you can build a PS4 killer, a PS5 killer, with under $700? I literally bought a graphic card so I can run OBS better. And it wasn't even a terribly good one. It's a 1030. A 1030 for $100 when I first got it. No Wi-Fi. Come on, I just added a Wi-Fi. And it was like Wi-Fi 5? Wi-Fi 5. And what? That cost me $40 just for a Wi-Fi 5 chip. I think it's Wi-Fi 5. I gotta look at it. So, yeah, you want to be cheap in gaming? Cool. Be cheap in gaming. I'm not gonna stop. But don't act it's gonna be the same as what you get when you get this. Don't act because it's not it. Here, this is what it is. They starting the music, so let me turn it down. There we go. We just gonna wait till it get closer. No, it's a Wi-Fi 6. That's what it is. It's Wi-Fi 6. It's just crazy to me. Like, seriously, this computer that I actually have right now, literally, it took me to the $200 that somebody gifted the computer from me. It took me another $200 in order to make it somewhat feasible for something like streaming, let alone gaming for the types of games that I play on my PlayStation. Those demanding, those visually demanding, those graphically demanding, that the performance. Y'all let them trick you. God, just say it costs more than what you're willing to spend. And for those people's like, I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference. They're lying to you. They are taking literally low quality Twitter videos and saying that. They are sitting back and saying like, well, it's not enough for the costs that they pay. The hardware alone costs more. It doesn't have a disk drive. You know what I did? I took my disk drive out. Because nobody plays on disk drive. You play on Steam. That's what you do. You play on Steam. None of these PC people that are complaining about a disk drive play on disk. And when they do have a console, the only reason why they want a disk is to flex. Look how many games I have in my background. You know what I'd rather have in my background? Pictures of beautiful women. Or heck, even a beautiful woman. As long as it's not TOS. That's what they're making you complain about. Because they want to show, look at my collection. Like a big E penis. They're trying to measure their penis by the size of their collections that they can put on a bookshelf. You know what's funny? Some of these people would turn down buying a game if it didn't come in its own cover. Because it's not about playing the games. Heck, it's not even about, preservation of games. You know what they want? They just want to flex. And because this doesn't have a disk drive, they can't flex because they think that everything going digital is going to ruin their flex. And you know what? It may. And is there a problem with going all digital with companies, cutting off servers or discontinuing online games and you paid it? Like, yeah, no. But this is not something new. Y'all in an uproar about it because it's PlayStation. That's what it is. Nintendo does the same thing. They cut down digital services or they put a game in a vault like they freaking Disney. And you guys don't complain about it. Every time it comes back out, y'all fools go and buy it again for the next system. It doesn't make any sense. It just seems like you're whining because you get to whine about PlayStation. Well, backwards compatibility. Look, check it out. I have a PS3. There are games on my PS3 that I play that go all the way back to PS1. I can attest to it. Both Parasite Eves, because we don't talk about Third Birthday. Xenogears. These are games that are on a PlayStation, that were originally on PlayStation 1 that I had to buy again for PlayStation 3. But I'm not sitting back and like, oh, if I didn't want to buy them, I didn't spend my money. And a lot of these cats too, they bought them and then they sold them and then they mad because I had to pay again for them. Or they sold the console. And then they want to throw in, well, it's good to pirate. I never forget, I saw somebody that says it's good to pirate Netflix because they didn't tell me that I needed a 4K TV to have 4K. This was a guy that does tech stuff. He literally bought a higher tier of Netflix saying that some kind of way you're going to get 4K because he didn't read it and he shouldn't have to read it. This is crazy. This is lunacy. Because what ends up happening is you feel this outrage of people that don't know any better. That will sit back and, whoa, this person in the video gave me an opinion, and so I need to go with that opinion. And it doesn't stop with people who do the things that I'm doing. We got about 3 minutes left. We'll switch over as soon as it starts. But it's just weird to me. It's weird how much of the no diss drive, no stand has dominated the conversation versus is the performance what they say it is. That's weird to me. That is incredibly weird to me. I don't get it. It's like one of those things where it's just like, what does that have anything to do with you playing your games? When I switched from the PS4 Pro, because I bought a Pro, I bought a PS4 Pro because I had one of the initial PS4s, and not only that, yeah, my PS4, the one that I had, was kind of going bye-bye because like I used my original PS4. So I got the PS4 Pro. You know how many discs I really bought? Very few. Actually, the games that I bought on this, I turned around and sold them when I was strapped for cash because I'm an adult and I have bills and I have things that I need to pay for. I didn't get mad at something. The PS5, you either can do a discless or a disc. I was looking at my wallet, looking at the finances I had, looking at what I wanted to get for it instead of just buying for the disc drive. And I got the digital version. It's a thing. I'm sorry. Y'all just trip me out. But enough of this rant. We about to start the countdown. There's it's about a minute or so left. So let's get into it. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.